In the vast and rich Greek mythology, monsters emerge as figures that challenge heroes and gods, symbolizing deep fears and uncontrollable forces of nature. They are not mere antagonists, but personifications of chaos and disorder whose stories directly impact the evolution of the Greek mythological world. Among the most feared is the Hydra of Lerna, a multi-headed creature that lived in a poisonous swamp. Each time one of its heads was cut off, two more would grow in its place. Its breath was deadly, and its blood, a venom that caused unimaginable pain. Defeating the Hydra was one of the 12 labors of Hercules, the demigod who symbolizes the struggle against seemingly insurmountable challenges. Hercules had to rely on the help of Iolaus, who cauterized the Hydra's wounds with fire to prevent its heads from regenerating. However, the monster remained a symbol of nature's destructive power, which, when directly confronted, tends to return with greater strength. Another terrifying creature was the Chimera, a beast composed of parts of various animals, the head of a lion, the body of a goat, and the tail of a serpent. It breathed fire and destroyed everything in its path. The Chimera was slain by Bellerophon, riding the winged horse Pegasus. Its hybrid nature represented the fear of the unknown and the uncontrollable, something that defied the natural order. It was the perfect representation of chaos in its purest form, where the laws of nature seemed to bend to the impossible. Medusa, on the other hand, was one of the 3 Gorgons, being the only mortal among them. Her appearance was so terrifying that anyone who looked directly at her was instantly turned to stone. She had snakes in place of hair, and her terrifying face hid a tragic story of a young woman cursed by Athena. Medusa was defeated by Perseus, who used a polished mirror to avoid looking directly at her. After her death, her blood gave rise to other monsters, like Pegasus and Chrysaor, showing that even in defeat, Medusa's destructive power continued to have consequences. In the underworld, Cerberus, the 3-headed dog, guarded the entrance to Hades' realm, preventing the dead from leaving and the living from entering. His role was vital in maintaining the order between the world of the living and the dead. He was not evil by nature, but fulfilled a necessary function, ensuring that the separation between realms remained intact. Hercules, once again, was one of the few who managed to capture him, but unlike other monsters, Cerberus was not destroyed, only temporarily removed from his post. Lastly, there is the Minotaur, a creature with the body of a man and the head of a bull, born of the supernatural union between Pasiphae, wife of King Minos, and a bull sent by Poseidon. Trapped in a labyrinth built by Daedalus, the Minotaur received human sacrifices until he was slain by Theseus. The labyrinth itself represented the complexity and dilemmas of existence, where the hero not only faced the monster, but also his own fears and limitations. These monsters, even when defeated or captured, continued to exert influence on the Greek mythological imagination. They represented the confrontation between man and the forces of nature, between order and chaos, and between reason and irrationality. Each creature had a symbolic function, challenging heroes to overcome not only physical obstacles, but also the limits of their own abilities. They are remembered not as mere villains, but as guardians of the deepest mysteries of the universe.